anything hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today.
Jesup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jesup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jesup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jesup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jesup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jesup.
And good morning to you. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch over here, Bob Morgan. Here we are on this Wednesday morning, the 8th day of the 8th month of 2018. So we do appreciate you waking up and tuning in with the Big Dog. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jesup Premium Storage, located here on the Waycross Highway in Jesup, and by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. And Bob, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Well, we're going to be talking football this morning. Wayne County High School football.
Yeah, we got a lot going on this Friday. The scrimmage against Hilton Head, the 7:30 kickoff. People were asking about cost, get in, things like that, Coach. So we got Coach Cribb here, got the defense coordinator, Mike Warrior here. It's been a busy off-season, exciting off-season, a lot of kids receiving scholarship offers, and it's just been a banner off program. It's going to be even bigger as the season goes on. More offers coming in and more kids signing at the end of the year. But Coach, always good to see you. Appreciate you bringing Coach Ward with you. But first things first, the scrimmage 7:30 kickoff. But people are asking, what's the admission price to get in?
$8, Bob. Same as regular season.
Okay, so $8, and it kicks off at 7:30.
7:30.
Tell us about Hilton Head. What do we know about them?
Hilton Head's, they're a really good program. They're a little bigger school than we are, but they're a 4A classification out of 5A in South Carolina. B.J. Payne's their head coach. He's from Massillon, Ohio. He really good coach. Promotes his program. He's probably one of the best, if not the best, high school football promoter of his players out there. He a lot of connections, and he gets a lot of kids in school, and he does a really good job. When he first came to Hilton Head, and I was at Bluffton, had a very intense rivalry, and but he does a good job, and very competitive coach, and he'll have those guys ready. Matter of fact, he has one kid on the team that Sterling White says he's the best skilled player he's ever coached. So he's got 31 Division I offers. They have a DB, 3-star prospect, and the quarterback supposedly throws the ball really, really well.
Are they located exactly on Hilton Head Island?
They are. They're real close to the water. They're on the island.
That's an expensive piece of property.
Very,
That's good.
very.
Not much room on that island for anything else. All right.
Well, the excitement's building. Like I said, a lot of people ask about the schedule. Looked at the schedule. Valdos's not on there. Like I said, Pierce County backed out the last minute on the scrimmage. They were supposed to be here Friday night, but they didn't sign the contract. But people ask all the time, how's the schedule put together? You put this schedule together, so explain the schedule process.
It's like a puzzle. It's got to match. I was really disappointed that we lost Pierce. That's a next-door neighbor rivalry, and it's always a good game. Hated that, but they're new coach trying to build his program, and I'm sure he's trying to be smart with his scheduling. But I hate losing Brunswick, and that's another next-door neighbor that, we missed the game last year because of the weather, the hurricane, and it didn't match up this season. Just didn't have the same open dates, but we did pick up some other neighbors like Brad West to 6A school, and they've got 3 top prospects. Coach has done a great job over there, and we picked up Richmond Hill, another local, really good program. So Matt Lazat, who used to be here, gives a little added flavor to the rivalry, and picked up some really good ones. The only game that's not a next door neighbor, and see, I like to play close to home. I don't want to spend a lot of unnecessary time on the road, going long distances, because not only wears on your team, but also dilutes the importance of the game, other than Valdosta. But it's you start playing people that's not close by, there's not as much interest. I've been there, done that, and so nothing's better than playing your local rivals, your next door neighbors, and So we've got a really, really good schedule. Buford High School is going to be a really tough opponent also. They're coached by Dallas Cowboy Devontae Holloman.
Are we going to Hilton Head next year? Is this a home away type thing?
It is.
So folks here in Jesup and Wayne County make plans to go to Hilton Head next year because you're going to enjoy the island.
They will make it a really good trip. Go up and a lot to do over there. Same thing with Buford this year. I mean, it's a beautiful place and a lot of great places to eat. It's just it's a good scenic trip.
Good scenic trip. Of course, I like the fact that the movie The Big Chill was filmed there. The outdoor scenes of the house and so forth. Love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, as mentioned, it's been a good off season for Wayne County. A lot of kids have scholarship offers, and more offers are coming. So let's go through with that list. The kids on the team that have solid offers already. So Pat Rogers is one that stands out, a senior this year on the team. Citadel offered him a full ride to go play at Citadel, which is an amazing thing. And again, he's playing football as a baseball player. He had a full ride to the baseball program at Citadel, and I was glad to hear him say that the baseball coaches have encouraged him to play football. So, because a lot of coaches in baseball say they don't want their kids to play football, but they always have that decision after all the time. That's what I loved about more from Parkview, that they wanted him to not play his senior year, and he said, "I'm playing my senior year because we won state championships in junior." So he went on; it didn't hurt him. So anyway, but talk about the kids that have offers. I know your son has several offers. Weston Franklin's just a rising sophomore. That was a big story that Jim Harbaugh from Michigan came in with his khakis and gave him an offer as well. So it's been a banner year. A lot of kids getting offers and more to come.
Well, a year ago we had nobody on the team with anything on the table, no offers, and we ended up having 9 that's going on to play college football. What an incredible year and opportunity for our kids, our Wayne County kids. This year we have several. Pat, as you said, has committed to the Citadel. It's a great institution. He went down and just loved it. But Citadel plays plays good football, and then of course Weston Franklin. He's made this circuit tour. He's done an incredible job going out and camping and getting a lot of attention. It was really neat to actually talked to Jim Harbaugh in person, and the way that came about. And, I told him where Weston was located on the field at Mercer, and he walked down, watched him for a few minutes, and called him over to the side, talked with him, and then on the way home, he texted me and just to make sure he understands he's got an offer from Michigan. So really cool. And he's been offered from South Carolina. He's got a lot of offers on the table, but 2 of the biggest, probably South Carolina, Michigan. He's been to visit Texas A&M. He's personally invited to camp at Alabama. So, my advice to him is just hang on, because he's only going into his 10th grade year.
So he's got 3 more years. What I told him, I said, you're going to have offers from everybody, but it's just a matter of just keep on doing what you're doing, stay healthy, and, don't make any hasty decisions.
Yeah, so he's got a bright future ahead of him. He needs to just stay focused on him right now. Don't even worry about that stuff at all, not at this point in his career. But then we, of course, Ashby's got a few offers on the table, but getting recruited heavily also by local Georgia Southern and not too far away Mercer. He's been offered by Valdosta State, Southern Miss, and he's getting a lot of attention. But same with him. He's going to go into coaching, so that's going to play a major factor.
When you're preseason All-State, you get a lot of recognition. I mean, that's a good offer. I said, as I mentioned at the banquet last Friday night, Wayne County really doesn't get a lot of attention statewide, especially before the season begins. They normally got to make noise to get anybody's attention up there, but to see Ashby on that list of the preseason All-State ranking, that was pretty nice on the 5A team.
No, that was exciting. Got to play in that junior North-South last year, made All-State last year as a junior, and now preseason All-State this year. And the thing I'm most proud of him about is the fact how he's adjusted. He grew up the whole time being a Butch and Bobcat, and then he leaves in the during spring break of his sophomore year, comes over and just immediately fits in. That says a lot about Wayne County and the people here and how they've accepted him. But proud of how he's adjusted and become one of our best leaders and a playmaker for us. So super excited about his senior year. MJ Fuller.
We just had a text on MJ, so I'm glad you're hitting on it.
Yeah, MJ's the sleeper. I mean, he's not a sleeper for anybody around here, but out wide, out nationally or on the college level. I'm not sure what the hang on there is. He's got an offer from Albany State, but MJ can play for anybody. He's an explosive, incredible back. So I think the lights are going to come on for the colleges after the first couple of weeks.
That's why somebody texted in who has offered MJ Fuller a scholarship, and so far it's Albany State.
Albany State so far. He's getting recruited, and we were waiting on some test scores and things like that, but he and most programs only have one major back, so it's one of the hardest, toughest positions to recruit. I'll tell you that, because there's so many running backs out there. But he's in the elite class. I'm excited about what he's going to do. That kid stays healthy, because I know he's going to stay focused. It's going to be exciting to watch him. David Van, another one's getting recruited, Kennesaw State and a few other places. He's a major prospect. We got some kids that's going to come out of nowhere on defense. Trey Patterson, talking about a 6'2" corner.
Right, Coach Ward talked about he when I interviewed him down there in the Game Magazine Media Day. He talked about how he believes he's an ACC player. He said he looks like somebody played for Florida State, Clemson right away.
He definitely looks like an ACC
we also got Coach Ward.
DB.
That's who's talking about.
Introduce our new guest this morning, Bob.
This is our defense coordinator, Coach Mike Ward, with us. Appreciate you coming. And that's what amazes me all summer long. When our defense last year was pretty darn good, but all summer long, all I've heard from all these coaches, especially defense coaches, Mike Ward, Bubba Walker, don't worry, this defense is going to be better than last year. And I'm just amazed when I hear that. But Coach Ward did a great interview with me down there, and we played it. And people heard who all was going to be on that defense, but I'll let you talk about the defense, Coach, since you're the guy that heads that up. But you really believe this defense could be better than last year?
Well, I hope so. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. This is my first time in here. And
welcome.
Yeah, this is awesome. This setup's pretty cool. But right now, we're undefeated and haven't given any points, so we're really good. Last year, we finished season third in the state, points allowed, which is the best I've ever had. We had all three of my linebackers seniors. They're all three playing in college right now. And for me to say this defense is better, I hate to say that because of what those guys did last year, but I'm telling you, this defense is unlike anything I've ever seen. We just got a new group of kids in. They've been busting their butt, not only in the weight room, but on the field as well. I mean, we are super excited to see what these guys are going to do. It's going to be awesome. Like you said, Pat Rogers got an offer from Citadel, and he committed to Citadel a couple Fridays ago. Gant Starlin, my Mike linebacker, I think everybody in this community knows Gant. His dad coaches here. He's got a little brother that's playing for us. But Gant committed to play baseball at Citadel, but he could play football at Citadel if he wanted to. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Trey Patterson, Coach Cribb kind of hit on it, but, I mean, he took the year off last year. He's back this year. 6'2" corner. Kid went to state in the high jump. I mean, he's just a freak athlete.
He won the state high jump, right?
And he didn't win the state.
What did he jump? 6'6".
6'6". And that was junior. Never ran track before. Just came out and last year just hit a 6'6" out of nowhere. I mean, that don't happen. But I mean, he could run track in college if he wanted to. I had a kid jump 6'10" in high school, went and jumped for South Carolina. So Treg's all over that. So it just tells you what kind of athlete he is. But I mean, not only do we have Pat, we got this front. We got a kid, Cameron Williams, Coach Walker, I mean, who coached at Georgia Southern, Valdosta State. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He told me that Cam Williams is one of the best he's ever coached, has the potential to be the best he's ever coached. So, I mean, we're just excited about the potential we have right now.
On offense, Coach, you handle that. And it's an offense that scores a lot of points. We talked about MJ. I talked to MJ down there in the Game Magazine, and I told him point blank, most people I talk to think he's a Division I back, and he believes he's a Division I back. Like I said, it's just a matter of getting the test scores and getting the variety. But I told him, it's funny to me when you walk around and talk to people that people say, I don't think he's that fast. I said, well, he's fast enough because I haven't seen anybody catch him yet. I mean, what does he run a 40 in? How fast is MJ?
I don't even think that's relevant. I'll be honest with you. I want to tell you, Coach,
he's football fast.
He is football fast. I mean, it's like you said, he's fast enough. It's amazing because Coach Rodemaker up at Valdosta, he's South Carolina's recruiting MJ. Was recruiting him, and he was roommates with Bobby Bentley, the running backs coach, and Jake Bentley's dad, and one of my friends who I grew up coaching with. But Bobby told me, he said, Rodemaker told me, he said, hey, listen, we got cats all over the defense that can fly. We couldn't close in on MJ at all. He broke a couple of big plays, and we couldn't sniff him. So what's surprising is his top end speed. Of course, he's explosive and got great vision, got great change of direction, but his top end speed will shock you. So he's got everything. He's
He's an elusive back, a power back.
Yes. I'm telling you.
What are his stats? Like 6 foot, 6'1"?
No. He's stretching to be 5'9".
Oh, okay, stretching.
But he's 210.
Oh, well, then a bowling ball then. That's what we used to call bowling balls.
No, 5'10" is not 5'9", 5'10" is not real short now.
No, because I'm 5'10".
The one quality he has that you have to have as a back, he has ball security. I mean, he does not fumble the ball. I mean, that's a knock on wood. Right. But that's something you definitely want as a back, because he takes a lot of hits, and they're coming in from all angles, but he's able to secure that football.
That's exactly right. I don't worry about with him. I'm telling you, we got playmakers. We can stay healthy. We got, we might not have a lot of depth, but the guys we got in spots to go, they can go. But Bob, I want to comment on the defensive staff. Y'all were talking about that, but let me tell you a job that these guys are doing. We've chosen to go quality over quantity, and for our junior varsity and varsity football staff, we only have 3 total defensive coaches. We have, and all 3 were major coordinators before they came here. They all 3 came to join the same staff, and it's incredible to watch them work together. How they share and how they learn from each other, and just it's amazing. But Mike Ward, Bubba Walker, and Tommy Adams, and they're coaching the defense from top to bottom, A to Z. JV and varsity. That's tough. That's tough. I have to have 3 times the number of coaches to get offensive side done. But we got a great offensive staff. But I'm telling you right now, those guys are they're carrying a load. But again, those kids are going to be coached up extremely well.
One thing, people come Friday night, watch the scrimmage, one thing they're going to notice is a huge offensive line. And I think you mentioned this is one of the biggest lines you've had. Lynn Haas, the legend, tells me all the time, it all starts with the center and the offensive line. If you don't have the offensive line, nobody's going anywhere. So, but this team has a very impressive offensive line. And we talked about Frank, we could talk about Dave Van. Who else is up front? Who is the center? And who's going to be blocking for MJ and the company?
I said this at the Touchdown Club meeting Monday night, and I told the team I was really getting after the offensive line. I don't know, Monday or two. I think it was Monday. But I said it's plain and simple. We're only going to go as far as our offensive line takes us. That's a fact. I'm just telling you, if you don't have an offensive line, you're going to struggle. And that's where you see these other teams who have some top prospects, but if they don't have a offensive line who can block and protect them, they're going to run into trouble. But Griffin Certainty is handling the center position, and he's not as big as the rest of the guys. He's 6'2.5", but he's like 240. He's the smallest of the bunch. But my 2 guards are just they're blocking out the sunlight. Chris Davis and Gavin Garner, they're both juniors, both knocking on anywhere from 285 to I think Chris may be about just over 300. Really big, strong. They love their position. They love being offensive linemen. They're doing an incredible job. And of course, I took my 2 starting guards, who are both prospects, David Van and Weston Franklin. Moved them to tackles for a reason. And my design of offense, I need some guys who could actually play linebacker or tight end to play tackle. Now you talk about kids that are 6'3", 6'4", 280. 285. Big guys. Yeah, and you're saying tight end linebacker, but they're athletes. They can move. Weston plays outfield in baseball. So, yes, they're great athletes, and they're prospects, and it's made us a lot better team. But those 5 up front, we got some big boys backing them up, but those 5 up front's going to lead the way for us.
And the quarterback, of course, like I said, he had to get thrown in the fire last year when Garrett Overholt got injured. He stepped in that playoff game. Performed pretty well, I thought, and he's had the whole offseason to get bigger, faster, stronger. Tell us about Shamar Taylor and what he brings to the table.
Well, the biggest thing about Shamar is his passion. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the quarterback. He wants to lead this team, but he's got to get more consistent. Okay. Sometimes he makes incredible throws, just wows you, and then turn around and miss an easy target. So we've got to work on our consistency. That's his only shortcoming, in my opinion. He can throw the ball extremely well. His run game, you'll see that. That's going to be a major factor for us. He is a dual threat quarterback, and he's probably one of the faster guys on the team, and a big boy. I mean, Shamar's right at 6 foot. He's 6 foot tall, maybe a little better, 185 pounds, and moves really, really well. So excited about that. Of course, we got some wrinkles. We're doing a little different scheme this year with the fact of having a dual threat quarterback. So you're going to see a little different spin on things.
Well, the linebackers can't lay back when you've got a running quarterback like that. They have to respect that line up there because he may just take off.
Yeah, we give him a fit because we got 2 or 3 guys in the backfield that can, and we got a lot of motion going on. So a lot of motion. We got guys that can break it in on any play, and plus the pass threat, skilled guys we got, the receivers we have that are out there running routes and making great catches. So try to keep the defense honest and try to put them on their heels.
How about special teams? Like I say, we lost Austin. He did most of the kicking and punting last year, so who's handling the kicking duties?
Well, we had a good battle going. Jack Reyna is going to be a senior, and he kicked on the JV last year. And then we have Presley Kane, who's going to be a sophomore, kicked on the freshman team. They're both doing well, but right now Presley Kane is he has a chance to be a major prospect as a kicker. He's got that it factor. He strikes the ball real well. The stronger he gets and the more experience he gets, he's going to develop into a special kicker for Wayne County.
Now, is the loneliest guy on the bench going to be the punter? You're just not going to use him that much?
No, actually, right now we are punting.
Oh, yeah. I know your philosophy is to move it down the field, so that's the reason why I said that.
We got one other philosophy we're using right now is we got Ashby back there punting. He hits the ball pretty good, but he also is a backup quarterback, and he also, playmaker with the ball in his hand. So when we got him and MJ back there, MJ's his personal protector, and Ashby's a punter, and so I do not like to give the ball back. So you never know. We may run it, we may throw it. I don't know. We might even kick it once in a while. But they're going to be wondering the same thing. So
all right. Somebody just texted in. How does the 9th grade look? How does the 9th grade look for Wayne County?
They look like a small college over there practicing. That's the biggest group of kids I've ever seen. The coaches have lost their mind over there. They're coaching out of their mind. They got a special group. We made their own field house this past summer and got them a film room and meeting room and locker room for them. And got it spruced up a little bit. And we knew we had a special group coming. This group, they compared to our senior class. We have 33 seniors on this team. This freshman class is that next class.
Now, wasn't part of that was it undefeated Martha Puckett?
Arthur Williams.
Arthur Williams. I knew he was one of them. I just couldn't remember which one. Arthur Williams, okay?
Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. We pulled 2 of their players up to play JV for us this year.
Okay.
I normally bring 1 up. We brought 2 up this year, 2 of their elite athletes. But that team is very strong. They're really excited. They know it's special, and the coaches are doing an incredible job just, instilling discipline in those kids, and they're working them now. I'm telling you, I'd put them up against any JV, in the state of Georgia. I'm excited to see what they do.
Okay, we got Coach Cribb in here this morning from Wayne County High School, athletic director, head football coach, head defensive coach, Coach Ward, and then so let's continue on. Some people tune in and out, so I've got all these introduced.
Middle schools, thing comes up constantly, so I get this all the time. I talk to you about that. There's their perception that one middle school gets better weight training than the other middle school. So I want you to address that. Who's working the middle school weight programs? Is it comparable?
It is. We're putting some emphasis on that. I'm real proud of what we've done in 1 year, and so we got a plan right now. We're trying to upgrade our facilities at the high school. We've had some setbacks in the county, so we were planning on building an outdoor building, but right now we got it on hold. So instead of sitting around doing nothing, we're going to upgrade our facilities, which also enables us to upgrade our middle school facilities. So we're getting ready to clean out the high school's weight room and take it to both middle schools, with new flooring, and split evenly, divide the equipment between the 2 programs, and spruce it up, renovate it, and at the same time, Craig Davis, he leads the Arthur Williams weight room program, does an incredible job. He's always communicating with Coach Adams and sending us film of kids of their lives, and always real involved with us. So that program, they hosted a strength meet last year. So on the off season, we've hired Tommy Witherspoon to come in and be our weightlifting coach at Martha Puckett and our head football coach. Tommy played college ball and he's from Wayne County. He's really passionate. If you look at him, you can tell he knows what he's talking about weights. And he's come in and he's been meeting with Coach Adams with our strength program. And so right now we're excited. I mean, it's got some. Hopefully the competition is going to be stiff and get both programs not only competing against everybody else, but pushing each other to make each other better.
And we've seen the ebb and flow through the years. Martha Puckett and Arthur Williams opened up in the early 90s, and a few years Martha Puckett be better, a few years Arthur Williams be better. It's kind of had an ebb and flow through the years.
No doubt. Places cycle, and you have different groups of athletes come through. It's just it's going to fluctuate a little bit, but building a program and getting that weight room and where we want it, we're hoping that keep both those middle schools at the top of the middle school conference and everything we do, and has everything to do with our three ingredients we preach about all the time: pride, character, and work ethic. Still that all the way down to middle school. Actually, we're going to have a little coaches clinic for our rate departments coming up in a couple weeks. So we want to make sure our athletics are on the same page from 5 years old all the way through senior year of high school.
Do you get a chance to go out there and watch any of the rec football? I know that you're busy coaching during the football season like that, but do you get a chance to see those young?
I do. I do. I didn't get to do as much of it last year, just coming in and not only being the football coach, but being athletic director, but I did make it out some last year. But our staff's going to be out there and helping and giving clinics, supporting them and letting the kids see us. But no, I'm really involved in recreation sports. Back in Bluffton, I actually, with Ashby growing up through that program, I actually, we gave hand to a lot of teams, and they ran our program. I mean, one little team ended up winning the championship. I mean, they took it a little bit far with, buying the kids rings for winning it all. But a lot of pride was in that program, and it was amazing that the 10, 11-year-olds were running my program at that level and did a really good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you got Coach Ward in here. Not only is the defense coordinator, he's also the track coach. On the East Blossville in November, there's money put aside for the track. A lot of discussion on where that track's going to go. I just want to get your thoughts on where you'd like it to go.
Well, Bob, I'm just a peon track coach, high school level. But I'm not a decision maker. But if it was perfect world for me, I'd like the track to go at the high school. Because, not only would you be renovating the track, possibly renovating the bleachers.
Talking about JC Stadium.
Yeah, the stadium. Sorry. I just like a nice track at a high school field. It'll be bleachers for the fans, parking, concessions. There'll be a gate so we can charge admission. Lights. Right. I just think we had the perfect setup at the stadium.
So the package is already there. Now you just got to redo the surface.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
What about that service, Coach? I've been out there walking a couple times. I mean, that thing's a disaster right now. Is that going to be an issue on Friday nights?
Well, you seen me walk, right? So that makes it even tougher on me. It's tough. I don't know. That's hard. That's a tough one. I bought a car like that one time. I ended up having to get rid of it. But it's just, it's not level. It's tough. It's tough. Hopefully, we're excited about a new track coming. Our program, I'll tell you this, we put emphasis on the track immediately last year at the program. I knew what kind of track coach Ward. I thought I was hiring a football coach, but I go around the state and all I hear is about this track guru, Mike Ward. So
I heard the same thing when I went down there to Effingham to do baseball games last year. Those guys up in the press box were just, they weren't upset as losing him as a football coach.
Yeah.
They were upset losing him as a track coach over there. They were like, he's one of the best track coaches they ever had. So
it's amazing what he did. And, his first year, what he did and how many he took to state and the way they competed. How about the pole vault? Oh my gosh.
I just can't believe we even compete in pole vault because there's no like, where do they practice at?
Where do you hang a pole up between two pine trees or something?
I I think they came in first and second in the sectional.
We did.
Yeah. Never pole vaulted in their lives.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Well, again, I know there's a lot of optimism in the community. Does the coaching staff have this much optimism with where this season could go? I mean, I already get you penciled in for the first round state playoffs here at home, and then go from there. So, I mean, I just look at the schedule and seeing what I've seen in the summer and talking to these kids who seem excited. And as I mentioned, and Butch just mentioned, they said a lot of these kids played on at Arthur Williams Middle School where they didn't lose at all. I mean, they're used to winning, which is a good thing too. When you got kids that are used to winning, I mean, it's contagious. I mean, they go out there expecting to win.
I'm not going to sit there and make excuses, and by saying that you're comparing it to the local middle school. It's not statewide at that level, and in the smaller communities, but learning how to win is a major key, and having confidence. With us, it's real simple. We have the talent to play with anyone in the state, no doubt. We must stay healthy. The kids have to stay focused and hungry. If they get complacent or thinking, because you can't compare yourself just to average teams. You got to put yourself ready to play people like Ware County, Rome, Buford, those type of teams, and that's a different level.
I'm curious, one story that keeps coming out is these major league players. All of a sudden, these tweets that they made when they were in high school start to surface. You preach that to your kids because in the past, and I've told a story, not been long ago, where a kid lost a scholarship at University of Georgia because something he had on social media, and that's why they didn't give him a scholarship. You talk to your kids about that, be careful. The term says don't hit send.
Every day. We do character ed every day. We meet. We talk to them every day, first thing. That's the most important thing we do. And we take a lot of pride in it. It's just not about, talking character, and I tell them, I say, I always tell them the story about trying to provoke it, that most academic teachers at the high school, and, trying to start a little confrontation with them in a fun way of saying, you do realize academics is not the most important thing. And I get a quick response. I say character is, because you can have someone with an extremely high IQ, a genius, but they not have a whole lot of character. And, I'm not hiring that guy. You show me a guy that's got incredible, impeccable character, there's going to be good grades coming along with that. And that's why we teach that first and foremost. But and that leads into our molding men. Mary David O'Keefe is heading that up for us. And we do that on Wednesdays. We have a meal together with a group of community members that come out. We have a guest speaker that tells his or her story and how they've been successful, and try to relate to the kids, the people that they see and know, and then we have a big meal together. But
and this question that was just texted in kind of is on that subject. Coach, can you speak about the safeguards in place to avoid eligibility issues as have happened at Marietta High School?
Well, it's real simple. This district does an incredible job by having an academic athletic coach, and so we have a spot for that Coach David Poinsett. David's been a head college coach. He's been a head high school coach and athletic director for a lot of years. So he's our academic coach. But we all keep up with the grades, and we check the grades weekly. And we keep a file on every kid with the courses that they're doing well in. It's amazing the worksheets. These colleges come in and look, and they're wowed, the information we have on the kids. So, Coach Walker and Coach Poinsett work so well together with making sure the kids are taking ACT, SAT, they get the waivers from. They spoon feed them a little too much. We're going to enable to keep the kids from learning how to do things on their own. So right now they're pushing this crowd to take some ownership and part of it. But no, we're big on knowing where our kids are, making sure they're getting it, because it's not just being eligible, but being able to qualify to go into college after high school.
All right, Bob.
Okay, right. Looking forward to it. Like I said, appreciate y'all coming in. Coach Ward, welcome anytime. I said, hopefully we'll get you in before track season gets underway, but looking forward to another good track year, and you look for a good athletic year. And I said all the sports are about underway. Volleyball, still got to get that scheduled. What's the volleyball situation look like, Coach? I know we got a new coach.
Yeah,
right?
we got two new coaches. We got Naomi Collop and Olivia Jern, and they're doing an incredible job. They start this week. We got a good-looking team. The coaches feel confident that they got a good squad, and so excited to get it started, and looking forward to that. And I think it's third year it's been around, so got to get the community out and come check out a volleyball game. But one last thing I did want to say, Bob, was we're doing a lot, but it's the community that makes things happen. We need your help more than I can tell you. And couple things you can do to really help us. One, join Touchdown Club, be a member. That's great. Two, get reserved seating. Fill out. I've 31 years. I go to places, and it's embarrassing when I go to other towns and see their special seating up there empty. You come to Wayne County, it's full. That tells you our community believes in our kids doing great things, and they're there to show those kids. Nothing means more to those kids than to see their community and those bleachers rooting them on. That's big.
Just contact the school for reserve seat tickets or any other tickets, right?
Nicole, contact Nicole.
Nicole at the school, Wayne County High School. All right. Coaches, thanks for coming in. Have a great season.
Thanks so much.
All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. World famous Butch and